to Katie.Pix. It's Tuesday, so it's time for another recipe. And today we're going Cornish, or trying to. This is not original, this is not authentic even, but I am going to attempt a Cornish pasty. Is that Cornish accent? I don't know. I think it's almost there. A bit more Bristolian, isn't it? Oh, that's not bad. So we are going to start by making the pastry, which I'm going to make separately for our filling because it needs a bit of chill time. It needs to chill out in the fridge for a little bit. So I'm going to make it even easier for myself, and I've got a food processor, but you don't need this. You can do this by hand. I'm just being lazy. So we're going to go into the food processor with 450 grams of plain flour. Now watch me try and put this in and get it everywhere, more than likely. Funnel it, Kate. Funnel. 125 grams of butter. Cube it up as I pop it in. You don't need salted because we're gonna add salt into this as well. 2 level teaspoons of baking powder, in it goes. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Snuck behind here. Lovely job. We're gonna add in 2 egg yolks, which I realise I'm not sure I've ever shown you. I think you need to know, you're all very good out there, I know this. I know this from all your pictures you've been sending in to @Katie.Pix on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. But you can basically crack on the side and have yourself a nice yolk. And then that's gonna go into our mixer as well. We're gonna whack the lid on, and we are going to blitz it. Now, when you're blitzing at this stage, it's gonna turn, hopefully, into a nice fine crumb. Ready? So once you know that your butter has been chopped up into it and you've got a really fine crumb there, we're now gonna start adding our water. So I've got 125 mils of cold water, very important. And we're going to pop that in a little bit at a time. Now you might not need all of this, but what you're basically looking for the dough to do is to all of a sudden form a miraculous ball of dough. Okay, because my blender is really small, I'm gonna pop it into a bowl and finishing it off in there. But as you can see, it's all come together and bind it into a lovely dough. And then we're gonna just bring the rest of it together by hand. I don't want to overwork it at this point. So once your dough has come together like thus, you're going to wrap it up into cling film and you're going to pop it in the fridge for an hour to chill. So once your pastry has had about an hour in the fridge, it's gone nice and firm, you're going to roll it out. And you want to roll it out to about the thickness of a £1 coin. If you don't know what that is, because you don't live in the UK, then come visit us. Once you've rolled it out, use a nice big dinner plate to cut out your circles. This pastry should be enough for 4 gorgeous big pasties. Okay, pastry done. So now it's time to do our filling. So we are doing what I like to call a classic Cornish pasty, which is essentially steak and onion with potato and swede, and it's beautiful. So what I've got here is about 2 medium potatoes and 175 grams of swede, peeled and very finely cubed. 1 very finely chopped onion. Skirt steak, beef skirt, which is a really nice cheap cut of meat, but in this recipe, chop it up nice and finely and it just melts. And I've got 350 grams. And finally, we're gonna add in some pepper, because pepper is the best friend of steak. They get along like a They get along like a house on fire. So we're gonna go for 1 tablespoon. That's right, people. We're generous on our pepper here in the old Cornish pasty. Salt, 1 teaspoon. In it goes. We're gonna give that a really good mix. So get your spoon involved. Okay, so now it is time to assemble our pasty. So you wanna grab yourself a tray for the oven. Line it with either greaseproof or tinfoil, whatever is non-stick. We're gonna take a good handful of meat and potato, and I'm gonna pack it generously. But what you wanna do is you wanna leave a nice big border around the edge. We're gonna now brush the edge of your pasty with some egg, which you're gonna beat up. And this acts like a glue to stick your pasty edge together. Get a nice pastry brush. Just brush it around the side. take a little pinch of butter and that's gonna ooze into the mixture and just make it even more delicious. And then we're gonna fold, okay? So you're gonna take your edge, you're gonna fold it over, you're gonna keep hold of that filling nice and tightly so you don't lose too much of it, and then you want the edges to touch, okay? Now, no pasty is complete without a crimp. So once you're stuffed, you're gonna push the sides down, making sure all that lovely filling is stuffed in there. So the way you crimp is you're gonna put your thumb on the edge and you're gonna fold it over and you're gonna push into it, and then you place your thumb again on where that fold is and fold over. Push it, fold over. Push it, fold over. Now that is not necessarily the official method of crimping, can I just say, but that's how I like to crimp mine because it makes a really nice shape. So then we're going to lift it, pop it onto your baking tray. You're going to put one small hole into the top of it, and this is going to act as a bit of a steam vent. Again, using that egg wash, you're just going to glaze the top and the crimp. Okay, lovely. Now, as I say, the most important thing with this is that it is sealed. Let's do the other one. And then they're going to go into the oven for 10 minutes at 200 degrees. Then we're going to drop it down to 180 and cook for a further 45 minutes. Beautiful. I'm so happy. Aren't they pretty? I've let them cool a bit because I didn't think I'd be able to do a tasting without melting the inside of my mouth. So there's still a bit of cheeky steam coming out there, but I'm gonna go for the cut. I'm gonna cut it in half. Oh, that pastry. Oh, that pastry's got such a good crumb. Oh, yeah. Look at that golden brown on the base, golden brown. Gorgeous, soft veggies, tender meat, with so much flavour in them. I'm so excited. Ready. We're still hot under the sun. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I know that's a common phrase, but honestly, that's one of my favourite things I've ever cooked. The pastry is perfect. I'm so happy. I don't want to finish it because I just want to keep eating. Basically, if you like this recipe and you want to give it a go, please do and share a picture with me on social media at the Katie.Pix. If you fancy it, why not subscribe and come join the Katie.Pix family? I'm here every single Tuesday with more recipes for you to enjoy. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm just in a really good place right now.